Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to Fourth and Forever. I am JR Castillo, and man, does this defense suck. The Cowboys lose to the Broncos 44-25, and the final score is probably a lot closer than the game should have been. The Cowboys defense sucks. There is no polite way to say it, and I think if you say it polite, you're doing it injustice. Their defense sucks. Absolutely sucks. And it gets you to the point to where, again, I'm not in favor of making a change at defensive coordinator right now, simply because what's the point? Because whoever you put in that position is going to be running the exact same scheme with the exact same players. Is there a reason to do that? Can you justify doing that? And there is one condition I will justify that in. And if you tell me that these players will just not buy what Eberflus is selling, no matter how long you give it, then you can make this change. And I think you make this change. If you're going to do it, you do it after the Arizona game, which is on Monday night. You do it after that game. You do it for that way you have the whole bye week to put together something different. And hopefully you maybe you make a trade in the middle, and we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to that in the closing about trades and stuff. My feelings are somewhat the same, but not as they were last week. So, but that's the defense sucks, and the highlights we're going to show you here in a second just are nothing but showing you how bad this defense is. I didn't put any offensive highlights in this because, well, the offense wasn't that good either. But we know what the Cowboys' offense is. Their goal is to run the ball, bleed the run into the passing game. The offensive line was not good. Dak had his worst game of the season. He was not sharp in his decision-making. And overall, the offense performance was subpar. But regardless of how the offense performed, the defense sucked. So let's get to the highlights. The first highlight we're going to get to right here, it's R.J. Harvey. 2nd and 10, first quarter, 8:21 to go. Dallas is up 3-0. They got an early turnover because Bo Nix threw a horrible pass to Bridges, and that inflated Bridges' ego. But what I want you to watch on this play is this guard, number 77, Quinn Miners from the Denver Broncos. He absolutely crushes at least 2 Cowboys defenders, maybe a third on the line of scrimmage. And then I want you to just watch the entire Cowboy defensive line and their linebacking core as they make zero progress. As we go through, we're going to play it now. Nix pitches it, and then just absolutely nothing. And you see Quinn Miners just absolutely murdering players down there. And R.J. Harvey goes in untouched. Absolutely untouched. One of the longest runs I've ever seen. It is a 40-yard run, untouched, with basically zero pressure on him at all. Play it through again. Sam Williams can't stop the edge. And then just R.J. Harvey with the absolute just strolling to the end zone, while Quinn Miners just absolutely murders Cowboys at every level. Just pathetic by the defense, pathetic. So let's continue. Next, we're going to see Denver scored another touchdown, and this is going to be Franklin. He comes in motion. He's not the one in motion here on this play, but you see, and what you're going to see here is you're going to see the Cowboys get no pass rush, and they finally start closing after about 4 seconds. It's too long to wait. But then you're going to see a wide open guy, and let's run the play. It's first and 20, first of all, so Denver's backed up. It's first and 20, 3:11 to go in the first quarter. Denver's up 7-3. Dallas defense trying to do anything, and they do nothing, and we're going to watch the play. Nix takes the snap. Just really no pressure. They brought a blitz, and there's no pressure. And then you have Franklin, number 11. He was in motion. That was him. I didn't see the name. And he catches a touchdown wide open. And you saw Deron Bland behind him, pretty decent off behind him. And you wonder, how does he get wide open like that? Well, let's watch it from a different angle. And here we're going to watch it from a different angle. And on this angle, I'm going to point out a couple things. So let's play this. Let's play it. And then we're going to pause it here on the break. And this is about where the throw happens. And what I want you to look at, you can see over here, you can see in this backup tight end, there are 2 players covering him. This guy up in the slot in the middle, this player covering him, also in man coverage. So you got 2 in man coverage over here. You got man coverage here. Over here, where you see the wide open Franklin coming across the middle, behind him you see the safety picking up that wide receiver running a corner route. So that's the safety picks up on the man. And then you have Deron Bland, who is in zone coverage, passing off this guy. I don't know why Deron Bland is in zone coverage when everybody else here is playing man. Maybe I'm not smart enough to figure it out, guys. And then you have Kenneth Murray doing absolutely nothing in the middle of the field. I mean, he is just standing here at what appears to be the 10-yard line. Just not anywhere near being able to... I mean, he is just guarding nothing. Even if he's playing zone, which it appears he is playing zone, and it appears he is supposed to be dropping back into the zone here. What is he doing at the 10-yard line? He's the worst linebacker in football. There isn't a play where you look at this and be like, well, Kenneth Murray's in the right spot, because as you continue, and the ball just goes right over his head, which if Kenneth Murray would have backed up into a proper zone and went and covered anything, he could have been there. And instead, he's left wondering what happened because he's too stupid to realize anything else. And Deron Bland, who was passing him off for some unknown reason, because that means Deron Bland thought his job on that play was to cover nothing. He passed him off, that way he could do nothing, and Kenneth Murray would take that coverage, and in reality, Deron Bland should have stayed with him. And that is just... when you're too stupid to do anything better, that's what happens, and the Cowboys are just stupid. So let's take it back later in the game. And it's fourth quarter. There's 12:54 to go. It's 3rd and 6. It is 30-17. Dallas is on their last absolute legs here, just trying to see if they can get some sort of stop to give themselves a hope, and you're not going to get any hope. In fact, what you're going to get is another Troy Franklin touchdown, and we're going to run the play. You see Franklin is going to... Nix has all day, could take a nap back there, and then this pass, there's a touchdown, and the end of the play, Franklin is unbelievably wide open by at least 7 yards, and you see Bridges is looking behind him as if, what were you guys doing? And you got to wonder, well, was he supposed to have help maybe? So let's look at it from a different angle, and you're going to realize, no, Bridges is on one-on-one coverage. And again, this is the Cowboys doing something different. Instead of playing just zone, they're going to slip into man, and I want you to watch Bridges here with Franklin at the bottom of the screen. As you see, Franklin's going to come inside and then cut to the outside, and Bridges just looks like he's on ice skates or he's running on ice. I don't know what he's doing, but he is just absolutely burned and has the gall. He gets burned one-on-one and has the gall to look back and ask his teammates what they are doing. Dude, you were trash in this game. Bridges was trash. Absolute trash. I'd have cut him in Denver. I'd have just left him there. Find your own way back. But they brought him back, unfortunately. They did bring him back to Dallas with the team. So he's still here, guys. So let's go to the final play we're going to show. It's 3rd and goal. It's 7:18 to go. It's 37-17. This game is completely over. This is just when you're smarter than everybody else. When you're smarter than the team you're playing, you can do stuff like this, and this is what happens here on this play. Denver, again, catches Dallas in man coverage. The people I want you to watch for the Broncos are these receivers here at the top, and I want you to watch the receiver here at the bottom. And the reason I want you to watch them, because they're not doing anything on this play. They are here as complete decoys. Their job is to set a pick, because Dallas, as Denver sees, they have Harvey here in the backfield, and he is matched one-on-one with this guy right here, rookie linebacker Shamar James. And James is here one-on-one, If this play goes to the right side, there is zero chance Shamar James can make this coverage. If it goes to the left side, James has a chance. Now, saying that, and knowing that I've called Dallas's defense stupid 75 times already in this episode, and throughout this season, probably another million, guess where the play goes? As we run the play, guess what? Yep, to the right, and the pick works. Harvey's wide open. Harvey walks into the end zone. Harvey jumps into the stands because Denver's that much better than Dallas. The Cowboys' defense was absolutely dominated in this game. And that's been the case pretty much all year. The defense is bad. It is incredibly bad. And now where we stand is a team that they're lifeless almost. They are hanging on by an absolute thread in this division. The division's probably over. At this point, you're hoping for a wild card berth. You're hoping for a playoff berth. Why, though? I don't know. That just ruins draft stock, really. The end of the day, we're now at a point where you have the Cardinals game is on Monday, and then the trade deadline is Tuesday. And after the Cardinals, you have the bye week and then the Raiders. So theoretically, you could win 2 games in a row here against easy opponents. Well, what should be easy opponents. There's nothing the Cowboys defense has shown to prove that those can be easy opponents. So where I'm at, last week I said the Cowboys need to make a trade because they have a special offense and you have to go do something to make a special offense better. This week where I stand is I would still like to see them make a trade just because some of the players that are playing on this team are garbage, and I would like to not see them play anymore because there's still a couple months left in the season, and I want to at least be somewhat happy when I watch this team play, and I do not want to watch this team play while I'm constantly thinking about lying in traffic. So I would like to see them try to make a trade that has 2 purposes. One, you get a player that's better than what you have in-house, which can't be that hard to find because what's in-house sucks. And 2, has a player that has a year beyond this year. You do not go and rent a player. As much as a Trey Hendrickson would be fun to go get, because that replaces a sorely need at edge rush, and it gives you a bona fide star edge rusher. He is in a contract year. You can lose him for nothing at the end of the year, and it costs more to get him. I am not in favor of trading a first-round pick. I am not in favor of trading a second-round pick. I am willing to part with picks round 3 and below to go get a player that has at least this year and another year on it, preferably a player on a rookie deal. Because that gives you some time to look at a player and see, can he become something else? Players that are out there right now that I'd be willing to look at, Logan Wilson from the Bengals is somebody I'd like to go and grab. Because getting Logan Wilson means you do not have to watch Kenneth Murray play football anymore. And if I don't have to watch Kenneth Murray play football anymore, I will die a little bit happier at the end of my life. Because I know that my time watching Kenneth Murray ended quickly. So that's where I'm at on the trade talk. 3rd round and below, I'm okay parting with. I'm okay parting with it as long as the player has this year and at least another year. That way you can give a good look at him. As far as Matt Eberflus goes, I think you're at a point to where you can officially say that it does not appear that this team is going to buy what he's selling. Regardless of Eberflus's career as being a good defensive coordinator, at some point you have to look at it and say these players are just not buying what he's selling. And maybe it's the talent. Maybe as people come back and the talent improves, they can get a little bit better. They're not going to get tremendously better. There's no chance that this team gets tremendously better just on people coming back. But maybe they can be not just absolute garbage to watch, and that's an improvement. So maybe you give it a little bit more time. But if they come out and look just god awful against Arizona again, I think you might have to make a move. And it is just making a move to make a move. But at some point, you have to realize that no matter how long you try it, the team will not buy what he's selling. And then you just have to do something different. But that is it for this week. God, it's not fun watching this team play football. It is not fun watching this team play football. And it's fun watching them play offense most of the time. This week, I think, was a more outlier. You had a terrific Denver offense, and bravo to the Denver Broncos and how good that team is on defense. And they have a young offense that is getting better. So bravo to the Broncos for the job they did. The Cowboys defense sucks. Their offense is good when it can be good. It's got to be disheartening for that offense to look at every game and say, man, if we score 40 points, we might not win this game. But I'll be back for a look at the Cardinals game. Cowboys play the Cardinals on Monday Night Football, and then they have the bye week. I don't know exactly what's going to happen for the bye week yet, but thinking about some stuff. And until then, let's go Cowboys. I really hope to not have to watch this team play defense too much longer, and especially Kenneth Murray. Let's go Cowboys, and let's try to make something positive.